Your ability to be safe, your ability to defend yourself has every bit to do with your mindset that it does to do with your knowledge and your experience and other facets that happen to deal with those situations. Hi, if we haven't met before, my name is John Ruman. I'm an international business coach and consultant. I'm also a 4th degree black belt and master in the martial art of Taekwondo, and I'm having a warrior retreat the 1st of July. Let me tell you about mindset. It is what differentiates those who can't focus and are unable to think clearly in stressful situations. Have you ever been highly stressed and done something stupid that in hindsight you wish you never had done? That's because when you are in high stress situations and you're freaking out and adrenaline's pumping, trust me, it's pumping to a certain extent, but the ability to create clarity, calm, a cool mind, and breathing deeply can literally allow you to make a thought that is more intelligent than otherwise. A lot of people, especially men, this is a men's retreat that I'm doing, get very excited and angry, and the problem is when you act like that, it may feel great, but you act unintelligently. Has anyone ever heard of road rage, which is someone cuts you off and you ruminate on it, you chew on it, it festers in your mind until you explode and to do something really, really, really stupid, and it's purely your inability to create resilience in high stress situations, to think clearly, to breathe clearly, to understand that there are other options other than violence, and that this is your response to the situation, and that is your choice. So with that in mind, even realizing that in the moment you have a response that you're experiencing helps you to stay calmer than you would otherwise. Now, if you have a gun pulled on you and a knife or some very, very, very high stress situation, that in the moment, if you can breathe calmly and try to have a level of stillness within you that can actually bring down the situation to a less severe state and proximity for you physically, emotionally, the danger of it, if you will, that will help you to act smarter when the time comes. So this is something we will be going over, me and the men in the Men's Warrior Retreat, to help you to have better clarity such that when things come up that you have high stress situations, and I'm talking specifically self-defense, life-threatening, or just physically threatening, or someone else is being threatened, that you don't do something stupid that gets you or someone else killed or really hurt because it feels great in the moment and it seemed like the right thing to do. So again, we will discuss the power of deep breathing and trying to remain calm and how to breathe and how breathing will impact how you feel and the power of deep breathing. You notice when you freak out, you actually breathe chest and higher. That's a stressful breathing state. That is a response to the craziness that you're responding to outside, and that response to a lot of extent is your choice. So the calm, grounded, powerful person can breathe deeply, understand what's happening, and have a higher chance of reasoning with whatever the situation in person is, to, even if they can't create good dialogue, to actually come up with a better decision in the moment that can make everyone involved safer and no one gets hurt, no one dies, all those awful things. So this is something we'll be covering in the workshop. It brings up a very valid point that people think self-defense is all about, beating someone up. And while that is nice to have the ability and knowledge to have some fundamentals, it takes years of practice. And even then in the moment, we still have what's called a flinch response. And the flinch response can make us not do what we need to do, and then bad stuff happens. So it's important to understand things that you can learn that validate and use the flinch response to your advantage, but also understand that by trying to learn too much and trying to remember, it makes it such that when it matters, it's ineffective. So I would encourage you to learn less but more effective techniques rather than a million random ones at a million classes and say, oh, this will save my life, because it's helpful, but honestly, less is usually more, and less is usually more for your mind, and you're not overloaded with potential things to do. So, because again, the instinct, fight or flight, is a good one. Get out of there is really what you need to be thinking. How can I get out of the situation safely and help those around me get out of it safely as well? So, so here's a little bit about the men's retreat. We will be doing about an hour of self-defense, and it will cover the mental state, how to achieve, how to better enhance that, so when the time comes, hopefully you'll be more balanced and calm. We'll discuss actual practical things you can do if someone's in front of you, behind you, to where to strike, how to make it appear that you're not being in a defensive or offensive mode, and in actuality you are, and just how to do this a little more effectively. So it starts on the 1st of July. It is in Santa Cruz at the Calibri Estate, Las Hermanas, and it is from 9 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. It may go a little longer than that. 9 to 1 is the scheduled time. And again, self-defense will be in the morning. Then we're going to learn Haka style grounding and a little bit of Qigong grounding and energy techniques that will make you feel powerful. And then we will leverage and calm those so we can run up or walk up, hike up the mountainside without being too fatigued. Again, this is not designed to be a killer workout. This is more designed for a bunch of guys to hike up the mountain. There will be an obstacle course, and if it's too big a deal for you physically, we can just walk around the obstacle, so that's not a big deal. And then when we come down, we'll have a couple sandwiches for lunch and a piece of fruit you can either have before or after. So let me know what questions you have. The total investment for this is $450 TT, and you put $250 up front to claim your spot, $200 on the day, or just pay the whole thing at one time. And shoot me a message. If you're connecting me on Instagram, just shoot me a message below. If you're on Facebook, I'm actually posting this on the event, so you can just register there, and me or someone from my team will reach out to you. Any questions, I'd love to hear them. Your feedback on what I just said, I'd love to hear that as well. So shoot me a message. If you need to WhatsApp me or call me, you can call my cell, 744-8555. Again, 744-8555. Thank you. Again, July 1st, Santa Cruz in Trinidad, 450 TT, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thanks so much. Have an awesome rest of your day.